Okay, so here's ops, and we beamed into the transporter pad. So if we go forward, and there's the main view screen. There's the central consoles. So let's start round to the left. So here's Sisko's office, looking directly at the view screen. And if we go over to the left, there's a door, but we can't go through it. Then there's a few of Sisko's models. There's the famous baseball. And a view out of the view screen. There's another door this side, but you can't go through it either. In here you'll find Captain James Curlin. Let's see what he has to say. Okay, so he'll give you can give you a mission. Let's leave that for now because we're doing the tour. So if we go back outside and to the left, we have a random officer. We have bridge officer training. And we can sit down at any of the stalls. That's requisition bridge officers. There's a turbo lift to the Promenade. We've got another door that we can't go through. There's the little op station thing that we've seen O'Brien messing about in some of the episodes. There's another door that we can't go through. There's the other turbo lift to the Promenade this side. And there's the transport pad again. So in the middle here, we've got Commander Sarah Mina, who we spoke to in the last episode. And we got Lieutenant Commander Adrena Charles. And she gives you some missions as well. But we won't go into those now. So let's go down to the Promenade because there's nothing left to do here. So let's go down to the Promenade. Okay, so there's the turbo lift. Straight across from there is medical. And here's the bio bed where we can treat our officers if we've got injuries or injuries to ourselves. We've got the medical station there, we've got the computer access that we've seen Bashir sat at now and again. There's the medical stock cupboard. And we can't go through that door. Okay, so that's medical. So we come back out, and if we go to our right this time, we have some little seating areas. And through here is where if you dock, when you use the option to dock, you'll end up here, and then you come out through through the wheel doors onto the promenade. Across from there you have what looks like a fish tank, maybe? Or just a window. And then we've got Garrick's clothing. Where you can, if I go around here, you can talk to the tailor, so you can change your outfit, obviously. And across from that is a mail access station, so you can access your in-game mail. If we come around, we've got Klingon, the Klingon room, where you can talk to the weapon procurer and the weapon master to get weapons for your characters. If I just click on one of them, you can pick different standard common weapons. And if we come out, you've also got devices, so you can get hypos and power cells and things. And then we've got kits, where you can buy certain common kits and modules. So that's in there. And these doors over here don't open. So let's carry on round. Nothing that side. And here's another place that you may come in if you dock. So carry on round. And then we got the Omega Force office. And at the moment we can't talk to anyone. But it's where you used to be able to turn in mission rewards to get the special armor kits, like you can see she's wearing. And you get Klingon variants. And there's the Federation variants. You used to get those from Task Force Operations. So over here is another turbo lift, which can either take you to Ops or the upper level. We won't go there just yet. We've got a door, another empty door. And you'll recognise these display terminals from several of the Deep Space Nine episodes. They're dotted around everywhere. Then you've got certain shops on the promenade, like this one, where you can purchase things. So you could, in here, you can get a Bajoran jumbo stick. Over here is another mail terminal, where you can order food and drink from the replicator. Most of them are common things, but you got the occasional uncommon, and there's a rare. Usually things like that you feed to your tribbles. So in here is a little room with just crates in it. So we'll come back out, and we got a commodities broker and a Konzar broker. Commodities, so they're both commodity brokers in this room. And he gives you some information about some of the clusters and yeah, expanses and clusters. So he just gives you some information. and he will give you what calls seismic stabilizers and things like that if you need them, for a cost, of course, of your energy credits. So if we come back out, there's another turbo lift this side. And these are Alpha Quadrant outfitters, so it looks like there's another place. Now you can buy armor of different types depending on shields, so depending on what you want. But of course, they're all personal. They're all common variations. So, and again, the other one is the same. There's a door here that you can't go through. There's another access to the ship when you dock, or you can run in there and beam back to your ship. So where are we now? On this side is where the shipyard is in here, so you can manage your ship, get new ships, customize your ships, requisitions, equipment, all standard stuff like you get on the space dock. You'll repair the ship if you need to. There's a shuttle information person in here as well. Okay, and then across the hall from that is the bank, where you can store stuff that you don't want to carry around in your inventory. So this would be a good time for us to store some of this stuff that we want to keep, but we don't want clogging up our main inventory. So what else can we put in that? It's a special thing we'll keep. There's no point carrying that around. All that. All that. What were they? Admiralty ships, but I can't turn those in yet because we haven't unlocked Admiralty. These are shields and things that we want to keep, but we don't want to get rid of. Put the kit things in there as well. That's a special weapon, so let's put that there. We'll keep those. Got some contraband, we'll keep that. Let's just move these down there like that. So that's the bank, and that also gives you access to the account bank if you've unlocked the account bank. And across from there is the exchange, and here you can buy from other players bridge officers, commodities, recipes, personal equipment, shields, weapons kits, ships consoles, reward packs, duty officers. So if you're missing the duty officer for certain missions, and you're having a hard time getting them, you can try looking in the exchange and seeing if you can pick up any specialised ones that you need for missions. R&D materials, kit modules, training manuals, all sorts of things. And other players put them up in the exchange for you to buy it at price. So if I... Oh, if I search for bridge officer, for instance, it gives you a list of bridge officers. It also gives you color coding as to whether they're rare. And importantly, only show usable items. So if you turn that on, it will only show you things that you can actually use. So it tends to cut down on the amount of times that you buy something you want and realise you can't use it on your character, which does happen. Down the bottom tells you how many energy credits you've got to spend, and obviously if something is more than you've got energy credits, it will come up in red to say you can't buy it. But you can buy ships and all sorts of things in here. So let's go back outside. We've been in ships requisition, so if we go over here, in here is the transporter room. So if you transport onto the station, you'll appear in here. And again, across from there is mail access, another replicator, and there's a trader over here. Let's see. So it looks like you can pick up some trade duty officer assignments potentially. And it looks like a lot of those would give you some gold press platinum. Where's that? So you need to get some gold press platinum to do this mission. Yeah, so that's what you need to start the mission, and that's the reward for the mission. So it looks like I can't do many of these. But you can use him, which is quite important, to haggle for things like incense, jovenite, tula berries, refined ketracel white, etc. These things you need for some chained duty officer assignments that you come across in space. Parts 1 to part 6 or something of an assignment chain, and some of them require these things, and it looks like they've now put an officer or put a trader on the station for you to buy them directly, and it looks like you can sell them to him as well by doing a mission, and you can get rewards for that. Okay, so if you do have some spares once you finish those assignments and you don't do any more, it looks like you're able to now use them to get rewards. Okay, well, that's good to know, because one of my characters has got lots and lots of those that have just been sat in my bank doing nothing. Right, here's the security office where Odo used to sit. Then we have a Bajoran officer sat there at the moment. Right, so let's go back into the cells. So here we go, here's the cells that you quite often see Quark sat in, at least in the first few series. There's a security officer that lets you turn over contraband. Quite often some of the duty officer assignments would give you contraband as a reward, and here you can turn it in and you get 2000 dilithium ore, which once you complete goes into your dilithium ore, which you can then refine. So that's a way of getting dilithium. You can transfer prisoners, and you can deliver defeated changeling to Starfleet security. So that's in here. And we've got an empty cell. Oh look, and there's a Ferengi already in there. Okay, so let's go back out again. Oh, got a bit of a rubber band there. Where are we going? This way. This way? No, not that way. Down this way. Okay, back out to the office. And back outside again. There's another turbo lift over here. And there's a Latinum exchange. So let's see what's in here. So during the winter event, when you collect all these things from the winter event, you can sell them for gold price Latinum. That's interesting. So if you have an abundance after the winter event of these things, and you can no longer buy things, then you can exchange them for gold price Latinum. I almost missed this lady over here. There's a Romulan ambassador. Thank you for talking to me. I'm an ambassador for New Romulus, and we are in need of aid. However, I'm afraid we can only use the aid from someone who's more experienced. You can access Romulan ambassador's mission to visit New Romulus when you reach the rank of Vice Admiral. Okay. So we're not at that level yet, so we can't interact properly with her. You can purchase Klingon food. So here's some Klingon food that you could buy and let your Tribble eat. Okay, we'll ignore that for a second on that side. This side we got the Bajoran Temple. So if we come in here. There we go, and at the end of the room is one of the orbs that they come to worship. Okay, so that's all that's in here. Right, and here's a Ferengi outside. Let's see what he's doing. He gives out a free Phoenix prize pack per day. And in the store, you can turn in the tokens to get various items. So if you get an epic token from the prize pack, you can buy a ship. Any one of these ships, one item per ticket. And then you can have ultra rare items. In here. And of course then you go down to very rare. So you can get some from very rare duty officers, which you can add to your complement. And then there are kit modules and power boards and all sorts of things in here. Going down to rare. So you can unlock some weapons, the NX registry prefix, some special tribbles, shuttle, some emotes. So if you haven't got those emotes unlocked, you can buy those. And there are ship emotes as well now, and some badges. There's a few things in there that are worth getting. The emotes, before I forget, if you come down to your chat window and click on the little settings button here, you'll see you've got emotes. And if you click on the pin button there, it will pin it open. Otherwise, once you click on it, it will disappear. And all the ones in grey you don't have access to, but there are various places and missions that you can do to unlock those, although some of them are special ones which are only unlocked at certain times, or if you go to a Star Trek Online convention you will get a code to unlock some of the emotes and things, and some of them are special ones that you can't have access to. But all you do with the highlighted ones is just click on it, and your character will do different things. Can we always hit the wrong button? There we go. If we turn around and face character, we can do engage. Face palm. Hello. There we go. And things like that. So that's emotes. So if we click on the pin again, that'll get rid of that, and we'll minimise that out of the way. Okay. So we're back to medical. So let's go in Quarks Bar, which is on this side. There we go. So this is Quarks Bar, as we've all recognised from the show. We've got Quark over here. Morn, still sat at the bar drinking. We've got a bartender, which you can buy some things from if you've got Latinum. You got some trophies as well you could buy, and some unlockable items in there. Over here we've got the dartboard that we often see O'Brien and Bashir playing at, and you can play darts yourself. Yay! Okay. If we don't get stuck and come around here, here's the Dabo table and Lita from the show, and you can actually play.
Spin the wheel and win.
Can actually play Dabo. If I click on play, there we go. I still don't really understand how you play it, but you place a bet and pick some numbers. You use your any energy credits or any gold press platinum that you already have, and you pick a slot and place a bet, and then if you win you get some gold press platinum. So that's one way of getting gold press platinum. There are some stairs around here that take you up to the next level, so you can overlook the Dabo table. You've got characters up here that will sell you certain drink items if you need them for anything. You can come out and have access to the upper promenade. We'll come back to that in a second. There are some people around just talking, and then we've got another level upstairs, which is a bit dark up here, but there's another person that you can get drinks from. But that's pretty much all there is up here. So let's come down to here, and that's it for Quarks Bar, I think. So if we go out to the promenade, and we'll start up here. There's the Klingon vendor that we visited just now, and if we go, let's start over this side, because here's the memorial for fallen comrades. It should have the same names as the one that we visited during the Earth Space Dock tour that we did. So I'll just slowly scroll down here a second so that we can see if I'm going too fast for anybody. You can pause the video or come and have a look yourself is probably the best way to do it. Come and pay your respects. There we go. So let's go back and let's exit that. So if we carry on round this way, we have various turbo lifts around to take you back down onto ops. Now we have various spiral staircases dotted around that you can come up and down as well if you don't want to take the lift. There isn't too much up here. There's views out to the pylons. And some flags. There's nothing in the doors, so we'll keep going around. We do get some missions that we can play, which involves you. Oh, there's another turbo lift. Involves you going around Deep Space Nine and doing things. Another turbo lift. And here's someone we can talk to. Magato handler. And I can claim a companion. Right, let's start at the top, shall we? Hey there. You look like you could use a new friend. Who are you? Me? That's not important. In fact, why did you even ask? What am I offering? Now that is important. Opportunity, my friend. What I have here is a unique opportunity that's not for everyone. What are you offering? See that, Magato? Gentle as a Bajoran lamb, it is, and the cutest thing you see in this sector. But the poor thing needs a new home and someone to care for it. I have a feeling that you're just the person it needs. It loves back scratches and those little sparkly balls with the bells inside. Oh, and don't forget to feed it. Right, so 800-day veterans of Star Trek Online and those who have purchased a lifetime subscription can claim a Magato companion from this location. Okay, so I've got that then. So let's claim one. Congratulations and thank you for playing Star Trek Online, okay? Claim the companion. Okay. So if we exit, if I just move over here a second, now we got the companion. If you click on the inventory, you'll see that you've got a little companion pet. Let me move that over here a second. If you right click on it, changes protected status to on so that we don't lose it accidentally. If we go use, it beams in a little companion who will follow you around for a bit. So I'll leave him on there. You can also drag it to the hotbar so you can quickly activate it from the hotbar if you want it. And there are several companions that you can get throughout the game. You can get some cats and dogs that follow you around. And there are all sorts of other companion things like a what are they called? Oh, I can't think. The little robot things that follow you around. Okay, so that's the circuit of there. So we're back to Quarks Bar again. So we've been to the lower level and we've been to there. So here we are, back at Ops. So that concludes the tour of Deep Space Nine.